Hello students, once again welcome back to English Literature Classroom. Today I am going to teach the A Chapter of Accidents Part 1. Chapter 9. The name of the book is New Radiant Readers Class 8. Okay. Jack Easy. Okay. Again, look at the name of the character, Jack Easy, the hero of the adventures described in the two extracts. That fellow is a bold lad with an independent mind. Okay. Jack is a bold lad and he had an independent mind. Clear? Who has been taught by his father that the world and his goods are the common property of all men. Now, what has Jack been taught by his father? Clear? He has been taught by his father that the world and its goods are the common property of all men. The philosophy which is practiced by Jack in different situations involves him in all kinds of trouble. Clear? Now, let's start the story. Okay? One fine morning, Jack discovered on the other side of a hedge a large apple tree. Clear? What did Jack discover one fine morning? One fine morning, he discovered a hedge on the other side of hedge. Okay? On the other side of a hedge, a large apple tree bearing tempting fruit, and he immediately broke through the hedge. Okay? What did he do? He immediately broke through the hedge and climbing the tree, he culled the fairest and did eat. Okay, he culled the fairest apple and did eat. I say, you sir, what are you doing here? Cried a rough voice. Now, a rough voice cried out, you sir, what are you doing here? Jack looked down. Okay, what did Jack do? He looked down and perceived a stout, thick-set person in grey coat. Okay, that person was wearing a grey coat and red waistcoat, okay, standing underneath him. Okay, that person was standing underneath him. Now, let's see the question. What has Jack been taught by his father? Answer. Jack has been taught by his father that the world and its goods are the common property of all men. Clear? Let's continue. Don't you see what I am about? Replied Jack. Okay, now that man asked Jack that what he was doing over there. Jack replied that I'm eating apples. Okay. What did Jack reply? I'm eating apples. Shall I throw you down few? Thank you kindly. The fewer that are pulled, the better perhaps. As you are so free to give them to others as well as to help yourself, you may think that they are your own property. Now look, that man is telling Jack that is it your own property? Okay. Jack is replying, not a bit more my property than they yours, my good man. Means it is as much of my property as it is yours. Okay, Jack is telling. Now, look, what is that man telling? You are not quite at the truth, my lad. These apples are mine. Okay, look, what the stout man is telling. These apples are mine. And I will trouble you to come down as far as you please. Okay, now he's telling that please come down. Okay, come down of the tree as fast as possible. When you are down, we can then settle our account. Okay, when you would come down, we'll settle our account. And continued the man, shaking his crust, depend upon it, you shall have your receipt in full. Jack did not much like the appearance of things. Jack did not like it at all. Okay. My good man, said he, it's a quite prejudice on your part to imagine that apples were not given as well as other fruits for the benefit of all their common property. Believe me. Look, what is Jack teaching that man? That Jack is teaching that man that these apples, okay, these are common property of all men. Okay, these apples are grown by nature. Okay, so it's a common property of all men. Okay, now let's look at the next question. Okay, what did Jack discover one fine morning? Answer. One fine morning Jack discovered a large apple tree bearing tempting fruit. Okay, let's continue. That's a matter of opinion, my lord, and I may be allowed to have my own. So come down directly or it will be all the worse for you. Now look, when Jack taught him a lesson that these apples are the common property of all men, that man is telling that come down properly, okay, or it will be worse for you. Thank you, said Jack, but I am very well here. Now look what Jack is telling. Thank you, I am very well here. I will, if you please, argue the point from where I am. Please argue whatever you want to tell. Please tell from there only. I have no time to argue the point, my lad. Look, that man is telling, I have no time to argue with you. I have plenty to do. Means I have plenty of work to do. But do not think I will let you off. And I will also not let you off. You have climbed my apple tree and you are eating my apples, so I will not let you off. If you don't choose to come down, why then you may stay there. If you are not interested to come down, don't come. You stay there and I will answer for it as soon as work is done. As soon as my work is done, I will answer for it. I shall find you safe enough. What can be done? Thought Jack. Now Jack is thinking that what can be done? Okay, with a man who will not listen to argument. Jack is thinking that that man would not listen to my arguments. What should I do? What a world is this? Okay, what a world is this? However, he will not find me here when he comes back. I have a motion. Now let's see the question. What did Jack do after discovering a large apple tree? Answer. He immediately broke through the hedge and climbed the tree. He culled the fairest and did eat. Okay. Now let's continue. Okay, now Jack is thinking that he's safe enough over there. Okay, but in this Jack was mistaken. Okay, Jack thought that nothing would happen, but in this Jack was mistaken. The farmer walked to the hedge and called to a boy. Okay, what did the farmer do? Walk to the hedge, not bridge, walked to the hedge and called to a boy who took his orders and ran to the farmhouse. In a minute or two, a large bulldog was seen bounding along the orchard to his master. Look, in a minute or two, a large bulldog was seen bounding along the orchard to his master. Mark him, Caesar, said the farmer to the dog. Okay, farmer is telling to the dog, mark him. Okay, dog crouched down on the grass with his head up and eyes glaring at Jack. And what did the dog do? The dog was glaring at Jack, showing a range of teeth that drove all our hero's philosophy out of our head. I wait here, but Caesar, I cannot wait here, but Caesar can. Okay, look what the man is telling. I cannot wait here because I have a lot of work to do, but Caesar can. And who is the Caesar? Caesar is the dog. Okay, and I will tell you as friend that if he gets hold of you, he will not leave a limb of you together. Okay, that man is telling that he will not, means the Caesar will not leave a limb of you together when work is done. I will come back. So saying, the farmer walked off. Okay, the farmer walked off. Okay, leaving Jack and the dog to argue the point. Okay, the farmer went off and Jack was over there on the tree and the dog was in the town. Okay, after a while. Okay, now let's see the question first. What did the rough voice ask Jack? The rough voice asked him what he was doing over there. Okay, let's continue. Okay. After a while, the dog laid his down head and closed his eyes. Now look what the dog did. Laid his head down and closed his eyes as if asleep. Okay, dog was showing as if he is asleep. But Jack observed that at the least moment on his part, one eye was seen particularly to unclose. So Jack, like a prudent man, resolved to remain where he was. Now Jack noticed that the dog was not sleeping. So like a prudent man, he thought that he should be there only. He picked a few more apples for it was his dinner time. Now, what did Jack do? He picked few more apples. Okay, he picked a few more apples because it was his dinner time, and he chewed. He ruminated. Jack had been but a few minutes ruminating before he was interrupted by another ruminating animal. Look, after that, another animal was there. No less a personage than a bull. And what was the new animal over there? A bull, who had been turned out with full possession of the orchard. He advanced, bellowing occasionally and tossing his head. Now the bull was advancing, okay, and tossing his head. Okay, now let's see the question first. What reply did Jack give? Jack replied that he was eating apples and whether he would throw a few down. Okay, now the last page. Okay, now whom you consider as much trespasser as his master had our hero. Okay, now Caesar started on his legs. Now Caesar started on his legs and faced the bull. Okay, the bull was coming over there, and what did Caesar do? Caesar tried to face the bull, who advanced pawing with his tail up in the air. Okay, when within a few years the bull made a rash at the dog. Now what did the bull do? Bull made a rash at the dog, who evaded him and attacked him in return, and even the bull attacked him in return. Okay, and thus did the warfare continue. Thus the warfare started between the dog and the bull. Clear? Can you follow? The warfare started between the dog and the bull. Okay, and until the opponents were already at some distance from the apple tree. Okay, and both were some distance from the apple tree. They were fighting, and what did Jack do? Obviously he will flee away, isn't it? Now the farmer, look what the farmer thought. That farmer thought that rough voiced man, okay, he thought that the dog, the name of the dog is Caesar. Okay, Caesar would take revenge from Jack, but it did not happen. Okay, next the bull appeared, and when bull saw the dog, even the dog saw the bull. Okay, they started fighting with each other, and in the meantime, Jack had a good time to escape, isn't it? Okay, with this, now let's see the question. The last question is there. Okay, what order the rough man give? The rough man ordered Jack to get down the tree as fast as he could. Okay, more question answers are there. I have not given it. I will give it in my next video. Okay, now with this I am concluding this video. In my next video I am going to bring something new. Until then, goodbye.